The alarm goes off. You take a deep breath. But you already know what's coming. The battle. I don't want to wear that. I'm not hungry. 5 more minutes. Does this sound like your house every single morning? Do you feel like you've failed as a parent before you've even had your first cup of coffee? You are so not alone in this. Today I'm going to give you a step-by-step plan to turn your morning chaos into calm connection. A real method you can start using tomorrow, and will uncover the one common mistake most parents make that guarantees a morning meltdown. Stay tuned to find out what it is. First, let's understand your child's brain. It's not you, and it's not them being naughty. For a young child transitioning from the warm, safe world of sleep to the structured demands of the day is a huge neurological task. Their prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for planning, impulse control, and decision-making, is still under heavy construction. They aren't trying to be difficult on purpose. Their brains are genuinely overwhelmed by the sequence of tasks. So I want you to hear this loud and clear. You are not a bad parent for struggling. Your child is not a bad kid for resisting. This morning struggle is a completely normal developmental phase. But normal doesn't mean we have to suffer through it. It just means we need the right tools, and that's exactly what we're going to build today. Our first strategy, and it's a big one, starts the night before. The secret to a calm morning is to reduce the number of decisions that need to be made under pressure. This concept is called decision fatigue, and it affects kids just as much as adults. By morning, your child's brain is not ready for complex choices. So you make them in the low-stakes, calm environment of the evening. This includes laying out clothes, packing the backpack, and setting out non-perishable breakfast items. Instead of asking, "What do you want to wear?" In the morning madness, try this the night before. "Hey, let's be weather detectives for tomorrow. The forecast says it will be cool. Should we pick the dinosaur sweater or the rocket ship sweater? You choose." You've just eliminated a major battleground before it even has a chance to appear. This simple shift is about proactively designing a peaceful morning, not just reacting to chaos. Now let's talk about the moment of waking up. How you wake your child can set the tone for the next hour. A sudden, harsh wake-up with bright lights and a loud voice can trigger a fight-or-flight response, putting their nervous system on high alert from the very first moment. We want to do the opposite. Think about a gentle, sensory approach that respects their biology. You can open their curtains to let in natural light about 10 minutes before you need them to get up. Then go in and use gentle touch. Instead of a loud, "Time to get up, we're going to be late," try sitting on their bed for a moment. Gently rub their back or arm. Whisper, "Good morning, my love. It's almost time to start our day. I'm just going to sit here with you while you finish waking up." This co-regulation, sharing your calm, tells their nervous system that they are safe and that the transition into the day is not a threat. Okay, they're awake. Now what? The verbal instructions begin, get dressed, eat breakfast, brush your teeth. For a child, this is a confusing list of abstract tasks. Their brains thrive on visual information. This is why our third step is a visual routine chart. This simple tool is a game changer because the chart becomes the boss, not you. It externalizes the demand. You can create a simple chart with pictures or photos of your child doing each task. Get dressed. Eat breakfast. Brush teeth. Put on shoes. Instead of nagging, you become their teammate. You can say, "All right, you're all dressed. Fantastic. Let's go check our chart to see what's next on our morning mission." This simple visual aid bypasses their still developing auditory processing and empowers them to take ownership of their routine. They aren't following your orders. They are completing their mission. This next step is the emotional glue that holds the entire routine together. Connect before you direct. Think of your child's need for connection like an emotional bank account. You can't start the day by making withdrawals. giving commands and directions from an empty account. You have to make a deposit first. This takes less than 5 minutes. Before you mention a single task, before you look at the clock, get down on their level. Give them a warm, genuine hug. Make eye contact. Say something like, "I am so happy to see your face this morning. Did you have any interesting dreams?" Or simply snuggle for 2 minutes. This small act of connection fills their cup. It sends a powerful, non-verbal message. You are more important to me than the schedule. A child who feels seen and connected is infinitely more likely to cooperate. Power struggles are almost always about a child's deep, developmental need for autonomy and control. They are trying to figure out who they are and what power they have in the world. Our job is not to crush this spirit, but to guide it. That's where our fifth tool comes in, offering limited, real choices. This honors their drive for independence within a structure that you control. The key is to only offer 2 choices that you are genuinely happy with. The choice is not if they will get dressed, but which approved outfit they will wear. The choice isn't if they'll eat, but what they'll have. For example, say, "It's time for breakfast. Would you like the yogurt with berries or the toast with peanut butter today?" They feel a sense of power, which dramatically reduces their need to resist you just to feel in control. The words we use matter immensely. A tiny shift in language can completely change the dynamic of an interaction. This brings us to step 6. Use the phrase when, then, instead of if, then. The phrase, "If you don't get dressed, you won't get to watch your show," sounds like a threat. It immediately puts you and your child on opposite sides of a conflict. It invites a challenge. Now let's rephrase it. When you are all dressed, then it will be time for your morning show. See the difference? It's no longer a threat or a punishment. It's simply a statement of fact, the natural sequence of events. It's a calm, neutral boundary. When your teeth are brushed, then we can read a story before we leave. This small change moves you from being an enforcer to being a guide who is simply stating how the world works. It is profoundly effective. If you feel the tension rising and a power struggle starting to brew, your best tool is to disarm it with play. Play is the natural language of children. It's how they learn, and it's how they connect. Step 7 is to turn tasks into a game. A little bit of fun can lower cortisol, the stress hormone, and make your child's brain more receptive to your requests. Instead of a stern, "Go brush your teeth right now," try a playful challenge. "I bet I can get to the bathroom and squeeze the toothpaste on your brush before you can hop there like a frog. Ready, set, go." Or you can use a timer and say, "The mission, should you choose to accept it, is to get your shoes and coat on before this song ends." You're not just getting the task done, you're creating a moment of joy and connection in the process. This next piece of advice is arguably the most important, and it has nothing to do with your child. It has everything to do with you. Step 8 is to manage your own energy. Your child's nervous system is not yet mature enough to self-regulate effectively. They rely on you. They borrow your calm. This is a psychological concept called co-regulation. If you are frantic, stressed, and anxious, your child will mirror that energy. Your calm is your superpower. When you feel your blood pressure rising, when you're about to yell, pause. Take one deep breath. Put your hand on your heart. Silently tell yourself, this is not an emergency. If you need to, you can even say out loud, "Wow, Mommy is feeling really rushed right now. I'm going to take a breath to calm my body down." This not only helps you, but it models a critical life skill for your child. And now for the common mistake I mentioned at the beginning. The single biggest thing that sabotages calm mornings is step 9, over-assistance and rushing. I know why we do it. The clock is ticking. It feels faster to just do it ourselves. But every time you say, "We're late, just let me do it," and you pull a shirt over their head or jam their feet into their shoes, you are teaching them 2 things. First, you're teaching them to be helpless. Second, you're teaching them that your stress is the real signal to get moving, not their own internal motivation. The solution is to reframe your goal. The goal isn't just to get out the door on time. The goal is to teach your child how to get themselves out the door on time. This means building in 5 or 10 extra minutes into your schedule and allowing them the dignity of trying, and even struggling, on their own. Finally, we've made it to the door. You're ready to leave. Our 10th and final step is to create a positive send-off. The last interaction you have in the morning sets the emotional tone for your child's entire day at school and for your day at work. No matter how bumpy the morning was, resist the urge to give a final lecture like, "Tomorrow you need to be faster." That erases all the good work you've done. Instead, end on a note of connection and team success. Get down to their level, give them a hug and a kiss, and say, "We did it. We worked as a team this morning. I hope you have a wonderful day of learning and playing. I love you and I can't wait to hear all about it tonight." This reinforces cooperation and leaves your child feeling loved, capable, and secure. So, to recap the 10 steps to a peaceful morning: prepare the night before. Use a gentle wake-up. Create a visual chart. Connect before you direct. Offer limited real choices. Use when-then language. Turn it into a game. Manage your own energy. Avoid rushing and over-assisting. And always end with a positive send-off. Remember, this is not about being a perfect parent who never gets frustrated. It's about having more tools in your toolbox so that you have more good mornings than hard ones. You are learning and growing right alongside your child. You are a great parent, and you've got this. If you found these tips helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more real-world parenting strategies. And now, I'd love to hear from you. What is your single biggest morning struggle? Share it in the comments below, and let's support each other.